Today's video was sponsored by Pop Culture Zone Pressing Services. If you need your comic books pressed, I personally vouch for Pop Culture Zone as being one of the best professional companies in the game, offering hands down the lowest prices out there. Services start at only $9.99, and every order placed will receive free fast track turnaround times. Even though I press comics for my personal collection, whenever I need a professional press for my key comics, I send them off to Pop Culture Zone, and every single book that I've received back, every single one, has had results that have exceeded my expectations, and I am sure that they will exceed your expectations as well. Make sure you go check the link in the description below to head over to their website, popculturezone.com, for complete details on services and how to begin your order. What is going on, everyone? Chris with Journos Comics and Pop Culture. This video today is when trying to sell comics that you really know nothing about goes wrong. For those that aren't subscribed to the channel, please take some time to do so. Check out all the links in the description below as well. But we're going to have fun with this, guys, going into a back and forth Facebook chat that I had today with an individual that is trying to sell comics that clearly does not know what they're doing. And I'm going to break this down not in a way to, just laugh at somebody or create a mockery of somebody. Everything that I do is always meant to be educational. And I even tried to, educate this individual a little bit, but that didn't go over so well, and we're going to get into that. So what I do is I'm on Facebook, constantly looking at Facebook Marketplace. I'm a part of like local garage sale groups, and I'm always in the hunt, right? So I saw this post for comic books come up on the marketplace, and they're in Stockton, which isn't too far from me. I think Stockton's about a 30-minute drive or so. And I saw a short box of comics. I said, okay, let me look at this and let me reach out. And this is our back and forth here. I just reached out and said, hi, how much for the comics? They said, can make offer. I said, do you have any more pictures? Because all that was there was this picture right here of basically, it wasn't even a short box. It was a bin. So I'm thinking there may have been like 80 comics in that bin, maybe a little more. Now, I did notice there are little like paper slips that they put in each comic book, and they're sticking out with a little price on it. Now, keep in mind, each one of these books is sitting in this bin without a bag and board on it. They're sitting there just completely raw and exposed. All right. So that right there, I was like, oh boy, here we go. So they said, I do. Lots more too. They sent some pictures. So let's go through these pictures. Some interesting books here. I mean, we got some early, the Equal Comics Judge Dredd. We got a Transformers #1. I mean, there's a nice solid key right there. Whoops. Let's go back in here. We got first appearance of Scott Lang. We got some Gru. We got some Bronze Age Uncanny. Some Copper Age Uncanny. We got Rogue joins the X-Men right here. Some Marvel Universe stuff. We got some Secret Wars, the original. Early Masters of the Universe is from 82. The first 3 of 3. And then here, Titania, Marvel Secret Wars. So there's some decent books here. This isn't just, 50-cent bin garbage. But if you look at the books, actually, let's bring these back up, and we're going to zoom in. The books, like I said, are all sitting here without bags and boards. And you can see this little paper right here with the price. $70. We're going to get into that. But look at this book. You got color breaks over here. I mean, the edge color breaks, damaged corners, color breaks on the top of the book. Wear and color breaks here. The spines are all beat up. These are not anywhere near high-grade books. That's just the Judge Dredd, and they're asking $7. We're going to get into the price point in a minute. I mean, even look at this Transformers here. Really beat up along the spine. You can see color breaking ticks all along the spine. You see all this color breaking up here, blending of the edges. That's a blended corner up there. Not too bad up there, but I mean, you can even see right down here too. That's just from the books not being in bags and boards, that this lip is happening right here. And then as you get down here, you can see it even worse. There's some color. Well, I don't know if that's color. Here's a big color breaking crease right here that, you know, it's hard to see all these in the pictures, but look at this. It goes, and who knows how far up it goes. But I mean, again, these are mid-grade books at best. You know, first appearance of Scott Lang. Look at this. You got color rub and tons of color breaking ticks. Really deep color breaking tick right there. And again, on white, we're probably not even able to see all the creases. You can tell these books, again, the lip happening over here. Put them in some type of bin and keeping them out of bags and boards. That's what we're dealing with here. So let me show you guys how I responded after seeing these pictures, because I was looking at the prices too. I next asked, I said, do you know how many books there are in total? And I'm curious about the prices on the yellow tabs. Are those your asking prices? And they say, they are all make offer. Open Sunday, 10:30 to 3. Next gen liquidation. So this is a liquidation store. And, you know, so I can assume that a liquidation store either, they probably get donations, or they even have some type of contracts with actual stores where they get all the stuff that they can't sell. And they pick up stuff that like Targets can't sell or whatever. Maybe a coffee machine. It was a store model, you know, a floor model, and somebody stole like the little thing where you put the filter in. And then, you know, they'll go to a liquidation store and they'll try to sell them for however much money, $5, $10. That, you know, open packs of underwear, you know, where you have a 5-pack of underwear and somebody opened it at a Kmart or a Target and Walmart. And I know Kmart's don't exist anymore. And now there's only 4 in there and they can't sell it. They go to a liquidation store. So they probably got a donation of somebody walking in and giving away comic books or something. And they even said about 40 comic books available. So I'm going to assume that that main thumbnail that they used for this post was old, that had what I thought was roughly about 80 books. And I even looked at their page, or this woman's page here, and these same pictures that she sent me had been reposted on her page multiple times over multiple months. So it goes to show that these comics have been sitting there for a long time. So the first thing I did was I said this. I'm just curious because you have a $90. Now let's look at this. Let's go back to the Gru. Let's go back to Gru. Look at this price tag, guys. 90 bucks. 90 bucks for a Gru number 8. And you got spine ticks all along here. You can't even see the corner. It's cut out in the picture, so I don't even know if there's any color breaking ticks. You see a little color break right here. You can barely see it on camera. Blending of the corner. I mean, this one actually, you can see some color breaking right here. This one isn't as horrible as some of the other ones. This might be, maybe just from looking at it, maybe a fine copy. All right, $90 on that. Let's look at this. I say this, just curious because you have a $90 price on a book that on average sells for only a couple of bucks. If you're really trying to get anything close to those prices, it's not worth my time, but I'm willing to give you an honest, true to market offer. Look at this. Very fine, $2. And I even saw there was more that were like $4 to $6 in higher grade. So again, looking at this, $90. Pretty crazy, right? So let's see what this individual responded to me. And I'm going to go over some more examples here in a moment. They say, truthfully, I looked them all up on eBay and took lowest price. I'm going to tell you right here, and this is just my opinion. I don't know. I don't believe she took lowest price at all. I just don't believe that. I think that's a selling pitch. But I understand you're not a comic book person, and this is fine. And this is where I want this video to be educational. This individual is not a comic person, okay? They own a liquidation store. And she's probably doing the best she can with the resources that she has to figure out, well, how do I price these comics? Let me go on eBay, It's the easiest thing that people could think of. So I'm going to respond to her, trying to educate her, trying to be humble, be respectful, and give her some actual insight on how to do this. So this is what I say. People can throw any price on a book and list it on eBay, but it doesn't mean it will sell. People will throw outrageous prices on comic books because they assume that all comics are valuable. Also, with comics, condition matters a lot. Most of these books are what we call mid-grade. See, I'm trying to, what we call people that actually collect comics. I'm not trying to belittle her. I'm trying to educate her. Most of these books are what we call mid-grade because they have a lot of defects, creases, etc. Leaving them not protected in bags and boards will also bring their value down. But a book that is, say, worth $100 in mint condition can be worth as little as $10 in mid-grade condition. Just some thoughts to ponder. And then I try to educate her even more. I say, take the Transformers #1 that she has. In mint condition or near mint, it could sell for around $200, but it's probably around $50 in the condition that yours is in. I'll send you an image of sales for that book. I have access to real-time sales that are calculated into fair market values. Now, I don't know if I zoomed in on the Transformers #1, but it has color breaking, at least a couple of like 1 or 2 inch color breaking creases at the bottom. The spine is completely dinged up. I wouldn't put that book more than possibly a VG plus. And I sent her this. This is for Transformers #1. Now we could see that, you know, those near mint plus raws are selling close to 200, around $100 for a near mint. But her book is somewhere around here. And I said it's probably more like a $50 book. And that's accurate. So I'm trying to educate her. I'm giving her real sound advice and real sound factual data. This is her response. Okay, I have been selling a lot of them, even with creases in them. People are telling me you can fix them too. It's okay, maybe these books aren't for you and you are looking for mint condition. These are not mint condition. Okay. Secondly, I told you that. I told you that they weren't mint condition. I said that. I set the tone for that. I never once said I'm looking for mint condition books. So this is how I respond. I'm sure comics aren't your main product, but I always like to be able to help educate people. Again, I'm being humble here. I'm not looking for mint comics. I'm just not looking to pay $90 for a book that I can buy for a few bucks. And there is no fixing color breaking creases or damaged corners. Those are what we call non-pressable defects. And yeah, I'm kind of giggling now because I mean, just at this point, it is a little bit humorous because instead of her taking my information and being humble, I believe she's being very catty and deflecting and kind of gaslighting me, saying, well, maybe you're looking near mint. I mean, she could sit here and say, hey, look, I'm selling them as they are. Appreciate you sharing the information, but this is what I'm selling them for. I mean, you can make an offer, but if it's going to be too low for me, whatever. I got to stand firm in how I'm trying to sell these. And I would have been, okay, that's totally awesome. You have the right to ask for whatever you want selling books. But here's some context, guys, and this is where I want to educate everyone. We have to know what we're doing when selling comic books. And honestly, I don't believe that she's selling these left and right necessarily because she's been posting the same pictures for months. But let's take a few examples, okay? Let's look at the Judge Dredd, okay? We got Judge Dredd #8. We're going to pull that up here. She has this book marked at $70. Now, what we got? Color breaks, all along the spine, parallel to the spine, damage corner up here, color break right here. You got a color break right here. I wouldn't put this book any higher than a fine minus, a 5.5 fine minus. And again, I'm not even seeing the bottom's cut off. I don't see the bottom corner. I'm not seeing the back. I'm not seeing the inner pages. I'm going to put this book, from what I see it, at a 5.5. She's got it marked for $70. This book around that range is, even a very fine is selling for $6. The last near mint copy sold for $2. You got a fine in the fine range selling for $9. But good luck selling this book for $6 to $9. She has it marked at $70. And that's just, it's outrageous. So for someone to have these comics and be so outrageous with it makes absolutely no sense to not at least have a conversation where you can actually learn. Because another thing that I want to educate people on here too, even if you're a liquidation store, it helps you none by sitting on inventory. Sitting on inventory costs you money. For anybody that runs a business, for anybody that has a brick and mortar, for anybody that pays fixed costs like rent, you know that sitting on inventory costs money. You're losing money not selling these books. You want to liquidate as fast as you can. Let's go to let's go to this 181 Avengers first appearance of Scott Lang. It's a nice little key here. She's got it marked at $80, okay? We see color rub and a bunch of deep spine breaking ticks. Another one here, all the way down. I mean, these are deep, going deep out. Again, I don't even know if the book's still attached to the staples. You got a huge color breaking crease that looks to be at least about maybe 2+ inches right here. It looks like there's another one right here that's at least, look at that. Whoop, we're all around there. That's another 2-inch color breaking crease. You got this lip around the side. You got blended corners. Another, what looks to be a little color breaking crease right here. I mean, I'm not putting this book any higher from what I see than a VG plus. Let's look at what this book is going for in that range. She's got it marked at $80. Right now, near mint copies of this book aren't even really hitting $80. You got one that sold for $130. That's an outlier. That is a huge outlier, and I would look into that. But I mean, she's lucky if she could get $20 for this book, and she's got it marked at $80. All right, we're gonna look at one more. We're gonna look at this Marvel Universe number 14, the handbooks. That's right, the handbooks. Let's pull that up. And I believe she had 2 images of that in here, but let's zoom in. She has this marked for $30, okay? I mean, look at this. This is horrible. Look at all this. And then you got color breaking creases down here. This is about 1 inch color break crease right here. You got probably damaged corner right there. There's a little color break. Look at the spine. The spine, there's a spine roll. Breaks, again, I mean, just deep, deep into the book. I mean, again, I would put this book, you got blended corners. I'd put this book maybe at a VG plus as well. Just from looking at it, I don't know any of the remaining damage of the book. Maybe a VG fine at a 5.0, maybe. This is a $3 book, maybe, but you find these in dollar bins all day long. $3 book. What does she have it marked for? $30. So, again, what I want folks to take away from this video, I like to shed light on these things because anybody that buys comics or wants to buy lots, or anybody that even just goes to any type of thrift store or garage sale, you can find 2 extremes. Sometimes you can get people that have it priced so low that you can score deals, or sometimes you have people that do this. Oh, look, it's comic books. They must be valuable. And it goes back to a video that I just recently posted, about a week and a half ago. The biggest myth in comic collecting. Your comic books aren't valuable just because they're comic books. All comics aren't valuable. All comics aren't something that have this crazy high demand where, oh my gosh, I'm going to price these books at extreme price points and then not even be open to having a conversation. Obviously, with this individual right here, I made it clear that I wasn't just sitting even trying to lowball this individual as I'm sharing information that I pay for. This is cover price, guys. I pay $6.99 a month for this information, and I'm sharing it with her. So maybe even if we didn't work anything out, she could take that Transformer book and maybe market, well, I'm a market at $60 and see if I could sell it for that, because obviously it's been sitting on her shelf for months. I could take that Scott Lang and instead of pricing it at $80, I can maybe, good luck her getting 20 for it. hey, market at 40. I always tell sellers, I mean, still, you want to ask high, and buyers could negotiate low. But again, she is so out in left field with the inventory that she has here, and I don't think it does her any justice to sit here and kind of sit on this high horse and act as if I'm wasting her time, or basically being ingenuous with or disingenuous with my communications with her. Like I said, she could have just came out and said, look, I appreciate you. I understand what you're trying to do. Hey, maybe these prices are kind of out in left field, but you know what? I'm okay with that, and I'm going to keep the prices as they are. Thank you. So, again, guys, I'm going to end this video saying this. If you come into comics, but most of you watching this probably aren't people like this. You guys know comics. That's why you're here. But even on the flip side, if you see people that don't know what they're doing, don't just come out and make a mockery of them or attack them or be rude and disrespectful to them. Give them the opportunity to become educated. Say, hey, look, I know you're doing this, but this is this. Show them cover price. Anytime I go and buy a collection, if they don't know what they're doing, I pull up cover price. I just bought a collection where I pulled up cover price with the sellers at the garage sale and was showing them right there, cover price and what these books are selling for. So share the information, be courteous, but at the end of the day, know when to walk away and say, yeah, I ain't changing this person's mind, and then I can have a little giggle. Because it's just funny. Because I'm going to come at, first off, next time I'm in Stockton, maybe it's a year from now, 2 years from now, I'm going to go to this store and see how many of these books are still sitting there with these insane, unfathomable price tags on them. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, love hearing you guys' thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching. And again, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Be well, and until next time.